Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Latoy Wills with the news. There has been a return to face-to-face classes as part of efforts to curb pandemic learning losses, but as unvaccinated teachers are locked out of schools, the media was able to confirm that some children are now being taught online or otherwise. Since the reopening of schools September 6, there have been reports of students' workload being greatly lessened when compared to the last term. One parent said her child in grade 5 only attends school 1 day per week for only half a day. During an interview with media Tuesday, Minister of Education Priya Manikchand was asked if there is any provision for students to be taught as teachers continue to be locked out. The minister responded, "How would there be provision? If you have a school with 23 teachers and 20 teachers are not vaccinated, 3 teachers cannot simply teach in the school." According to the minister, the ministry also found that many students do not benefit from online learning. She referenced data that reveals effective learning happens when a teacher is standing in front of a classroom, and so this was done to address gaps in learning generated from the pandemic. Last week, the minister revealed that approximately 1,000 children in primary schools have dropped out as a result of the pandemic and closure of schools for over a year. Others in the secondary level have reportedly dropped out as well. A policeman and a robbery suspect are both nursing gunshot wounds at the city hospital after a scuffle ensued between them during an arrest in Leopold Street this morning. A police report said 2 robbery suspects were followed into the area by police ranks after a 68-year-old man was robbed at gunpoint and an alarm raised. The police report said the ranks were able to corner the 2 suspects in Leopold Street, and during the arrest, one of the suspects got into a scuffle with one of the officers as he attempted to flee. The police claimed that during the scuffle, the suspect attempted to disarm the policeman and the gun went off, hitting the policeman to his left thigh and the suspect also to his left thigh. Residents in the area claimed the suspect was deliberately shot by police. However, the injured rank and the suspect were both taken to the hospital to be treated for their injuries. A large backlog of cargo ships is stuck outside 2 of America's biggest ports in the latest sign of the supply chain disruption hitting the United States. Monday, some 65 container ships were queuing outside the ports of Los Angeles and Long Beach, California, which handle almost half of all cargo containers entering the country. Before COVID, it was unusual for more than one to wait for a berth. It's linked to surging demand for imports as the U.S. economy has reopened. Boris Johnson has said people should not worry about putting food on the table this winter amid surging energy prices and a cut to universal credit. The Prime Minister told media, "I don't believe people will be short of food, and wages are actually rising." It comes after Business Secretary Kwesi Kwarteng warned some households face a very difficult winter. Energy and food bills are rising due to a spike in global gas prices, and many families face a £20 a week benefit cut. The cost of protecting customers from failing energy providers could lead to higher bills, the boss of the energy regulator, Ofgem, has warned. Speaking in New York, where he has been meeting world leaders at the United Nations, the Prime Minister said the surge in energy prices was a short-term problem caused by the global economy coming back to life after the coronavirus pandemic. He said, quote, "We're talking to the energy companies, doing what we can to keep prices low to make sure that the supermarket shelves are not empty." And the Guyana Lottery Company will put its stamp on the jerseys of the Linden Bauxite Flyers Cycling Club for the 2022-23 season. Speaking today at the Lottery Company's Lamaha Street headquarters, Raul Tony, Let's Bet Sports brand ambassador, said it's another step in the request to support every sport in Guyana. Tony said they will be the main jersey sponsor for the club in the new season, as sport plays a vital part in most persons' lives in the community of Linden. He explained the club has a strong nursery and has produced some quantity cyclists in recent years, which continues a strong tradition in Linden, which has also produced numerous Olympians. Jeffrey Yearwood, Assistant Secretary Treasurer of the club, expressed thanks for the support in branding and stated it will aid rather significantly as they look to strengthen their nursery. Cycling events were held in the mining town early this year, but primarily for Lindeners. The Lottery Company did a similar gesture with Olympian and table tennis player Chelsea Edgell, where she secured a one-year sponsorship deal prior to the Tokyo Games earlier this year. That's the news at this time. Special credits to DPI Newsroom, News Source Guyana, and CNN.